Hi, I'm Silent Laws, but most of you already knew that. But what you don't know is what this video, or what this video series is going to be about. Some of you may, but most of you won't. I consulted a couple people with the idea I had, and they said to go with it, to follow through. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. You see, these jetsetradio.com archives are going to be about certain individuals. Individuals who have agitated others, who have annoyed or, done shameful things, people who have failed and failed again. And I'm going to be starting off low, and I'm going to work my way up. I'm going to be starting off with one of the people on this list who I have the most respect for, I'd say. He was annoying at the start, and now he's not so bad. He's kind of smartened up a little, but I just want to bring up these moments where he irritated some other members. So, let's get started.
You can go again. Go far behind. Say don't be late. This nation heaven. Saying hi. Now shooting me. We're going to have fun. Say, lights off. Excalibur. It's about that bar. What do you mean? Give it take. Going home. Time zone. Check it out, eh? Live alone. Leather legs. Getting in place. What do you get? Say, back jet. Zoom room. Cosmic zoom. That's up, Jay. It's Sonic Boom. The Sonic Boy.
Okay, so at the beginning of what I experienced, Yo-Yo was obsessed with JSR, just like everyone else. I mean, he was in his avatar and all that. And the first moment of drama that he caused was around the time we first introduced the gang wars, like ever. We each had our own little separate forums for our own gangs, and Yo-Yo was the leader of Zero Beat, and I was co-leader, second in command. He made a joke set of forums, basically saying, we're gonna take over this place, and we're gonna take over jetsetradio.com, and eventually Rich picked up on this, and he demoted Yo-Yo. He was an admin at the time, and after Rich saw this, he made him a mod. And this actually pissed Yo-Yo off quite a bit. He threatened to leave the site if he did not get his admin powers back, or if they didn't, keep him at a mod. We convinced him to stay, and he was a mod from there on out. He went through a little Earthbound obsession state, or phase, where he was obsessed with Earthbound, and he kept saying, like, PK Fire and all that crap. And Rich and I, we were trying to counter his annoying Earthbound stuff on the Insanity Dump with, I believe, Mega Man bosses and Master Chief. I picked Master Chief because no one would expect it was me, because I hate Halo. Or at least the later Halo games, but that's besides the point. He was still obsessed with it, and then he became obsessed with the next thing, where pretty much everything started to go horribly, horribly bad. Yo-Yo became obsessed with the Sonic franchise, and he became obsessed with a particular character, Silver the Hedgehog. Now, Yo-Yo would, just say random things and chats that had to do with Sonic, and he kept saying Chaos Control whenever I said Zawodo. And, you know, he would say that Silver should replace Sonic in the series, and he should be the main character, and because Yo-Yo kept saying Chaos Control, Rich switched the filters for the emoticons. He set Chaos Control, so whenever someone would say Chaos Control, it would show a picture of a fat chick with King Leonidas' head on hers, and she was wielding two swords or something. It was pretty funny at the time, but it lost its comedic value. This pissed off Yo-Yo as well, so Rich decided on a solution. He changed the wording so that it would no longer be Chaos Control that would have the trigger for the emoticon. Instead, he made it Yoyo805 would be the trigger word for that emoticon, and that's where that originated. And I think he was a little bit angry at first, but then he eventually grew to accept it. Yo-Yo was so obsessed with Sonic that him and Watt got into an argument about whether DBZ or Dragon Ball was ripping off of Sonic. And in the sense of the characters could go Super Sonic, Super Shadow, Super Silver, and then there was SSJ Goku, and SSJ Vegeta, and SSJ Goten, or whatever. And we provided facts and links to things that pretty much proved Yo-Yo false, in the sense that DBZ or Dragon Ball wasn't ripping off Sonic. And I even stated that there was no real similarities from Sonic to Dragon Ball other than that. I mean, other than that, they were completely different. But Yo-Yo wasn't having any of that. He wasn't believing us or anything, and he posted one of the funniest lines of that time. He posted, "Sonic fanboys will never accept logic," which I found hilarious. So basically what I gathered from that post was, even if we were right and our facts were true and accurate, Yo-Yo wouldn't believe us, which was kind of funny, actually. But the big thing I wanted to get into with Yo-Yo back in the day was the JSRFM thing. And some of the forum veterans may remember this. I remember it quite fondly. Okay, if you don't know what JSRFM is, it is a mock radio station, because it's on the internet, it's not really that real, where people would send in songs, and Rich would play them and make site announcements and all that. And we would listen in, and we would go to the chat box and give opinions about the music and all that. And even then I was being bashed for my musical taste, but I eventually accepted the fact that people didn't like my music tastes. But whatever. The thing I remember from JSRFM more than anything else was Yo-Yo complaining about his name color not being teal. Yo-Yo and I were both mods, our names were green, and he complained about his name color not being teal. Rich kind of played off this, and he made Watt and Wheaton's names pink, and that's where the Resident Goofballs thing came from. It came from the JSRFM thing, I believe. And that was the least of our worries for that particular moment, because later on, Yo-Yo was complaining that Rich wasn't playing his song. I think it was a Power Man 5000 song, if I'm not mistaken. And Rich was like, "Oh, you didn't send it in," and Yo-Yo was making excuses, saying he did. I don't remember if Yo-Yo actually did or not. He may have sent it in too late, I'm not sure. But Yo-Yo cried about that, and he was like really genuinely pissed off about it. And everyone just told him to calm down. He eventually left the chat box, but then he came back, and he was just really pissed about that. And you know, I don't know what to tell you guys. I think he shouldn't have got so up in arms about something so trivial as name colors and not playing songs that he requested, or, you know, he said he requested it, but I don't know. But like I said, Yo-Yo got better. I don't really have any other memories of like recent stuff because Yo-Yo smartened up quite a bit, and I'll give him credit for that. That's pretty much it. Yo-Yo, don't get pissed off about this video. I just wanted to bring this up, and I'll see you guys next time in another installment of JetSetRadio.com archive.